Sri Lankan Sammy, retired with mom and dad. We're just chilling out at the beach today with Lady Sarah. And a lot of you are asking, who is Lady Sarah? Why don't you introduce
Really,
yourself?
are they asking?
No one's asking. Nobody cares about you. Nobody cares about you. They only care about me. It's Sri Lankan Sammy, retired with mom and dad. Not Shmammy. Or what did I say our YouTube channel should be? Shmera, right? Shmera? So, who are you? You're Sarah. You're my friend. How do we know each other?
We know each other because we were coworkers.
Yeah. How long ago? About 6 years ago or 8 years ago?
Well, I came to Korea 2017 December. I got the Little Learners there 2018.
So since
6 years.
6 years. We've been friends 6 years. Yeah. We've been friends for 6 years. And in those 6 years, we didn't really hang out that much. Why?
I was busy working, but we had dinner so many times.
Yeah, we used to have like dinner once a week, once every 2 weeks on Sundays, Sunday nights, because that was your only free time. So we would order like sashimi, or we would go to Noryangjin, which is the fish market, and we would get sashimi. That was your favorite, and I enjoyed eating it with you because you were always an expert at getting the best stuff, and because I didn't know anything about that. So, but we never dated, we never went out, we never did anything like that. So we were just friends. I mean, you came to my club once or twice when I was running the club, but that's not really your thing because you don't drink alcohol. So I think people are curious as to why are we friends? I mean, you're 31 and I'm 55, and I've known you since you were like 24-ish, right? So, I mean, you're younger, but I've told you why we're friends. Do you believe me? Why did I tell you we're friends? Why did I tell you that I appreciated you?
You said you like my personality, right?
Yeah, and what is I'll tell you. I think that I've told you this before. It's your drive, your ambition. I have never met anyone who has this. First of all, she has a moral code, which is I highly respect. She has a belief system. I'm not going to get too personal about it, but she has a belief system and a spirituality and a moral code, which I admire and I respect. And then she has a drive and an ambition that I have rarely seen in someone so young. Without giving out too many details, personal details about the numbers, what was this goal that you had? You set yourself a goal of what? Of a financial number, right?
Yeah.
And you had this financial number by the age of
30.
And you were very close to achieving that number, right?
Well,
you're probably 6 months away, right?
The original goal was a certain number, and when I was like 28, I passed it. I achieved my goal before I reached the time.
Oh, okay. So when you were 24, 26 or whatever, you set this goal that by the age of 30, I want to hit this number of savings in the bank account. Yeah. And by 28, you had already made that.
Yeah.
So you increased the goal.
Right.
And now that you're 31, you're very close to it
now.
And you predicted that by the end of this year, you'll hit that goal.
Yeah.
Now, one of the other things I'm super impressed with, now in Korea, we have this thing called chonse, which is you give a large amount of money, like 100,000, 150,000 US dollars to the landlord, and you pay no rent. Now, rents in South Korea are $1,000, $2,000 a month. And she lives in Gangnam Station. She lives right above Gangnam Station in one of the most expensive areas in Korea, in the second most expensive area in Korea. And she got herself a chonse. She put cash up front. So she pays no rent, which means that your expenses are basically food, utilities, and travel. So you pay no rent. So a huge portion of your salary, which you work, I would say you work 60 hours a week.
I work a lot. Yeah.
You work a lot because you work full time for a corporation, a daycare corporation, and then on top of that, after work, you do private.
I think I work around, let me see.
Now she works face to face. She doesn't do online.
About 75 hours a week.
Wow, that's way more than what. Wow. And you've been doing that for years.
For like 6 years. I literally tell my mom when she sees my schedule, she's like, "This is crazy." And
yeah.
I'm like, and people tell me it's crazy.
I'm telling you it's crazy.
And I literally tell them, I don't think other people can do it. The only reason I can do it is because literally I trained myself to do it.
Yeah, I can do it.
Like,
I've done it.
Like
I've
an Olympic runner, you know, like a normal person can't run that.
Yeah.
But then someone who has been doing that for years is just like second nature to me now.
Yeah. I've been doing it. I mean, for the last 2 years, I've been doing it online. And I have a contract coming up that's going to make me working like 12, 14 hours a day nonstop. You know, I have this new contract coming up, which is going to make me a crap ton of money, you know, and it's all about achieving that goal. And this is the thing, right? She is focused on her future and setting herself up for success early on. And we are discussing on the sidelines some opportunities that she should explore on her own. I'm not a financial advisor, but I have lived long enough that I know the things you should do, the people you should talk to. So, you know, she is blatantly aware of what she has to do. She just needs to pull the trigger, right? You need to take that cash that you have, pull the trigger, and invest in your future. Because your ultimate goal is to do this 24 hours, 365 days a year, right? Mm-hmm. Work when you want to work, but sit on a beach or go snorkeling or eat crab every day from some remote island in the world, right? And you didn't really know what you wanted to do in the future, but when I started taking you on vacation, you said, oh, this is actually something I'd like to do, because this is what I do, right? And you probably are looking at mirroring this, right?
Yeah, this is the life, literally. This is the life. This is what I want to do.
And so we're friends, and then what happened was earlier this year in January, I booked a month vacation in Pattaya, and I invited all my friends to come. So I booked I had a 2-bedroom condo, and I invited all my friends, and Sarah was one of the ones who decided to come. And she loved it. She loved it so much that she almost came back for another 4 days. Like after you left, you were gonna go home for 5 days and then come back for another 4 days. It didn't work out. But, you know, now this trip, what I did was I made it 100% surprise. Like every day we were doing things that she didn't know what we were going to do. Even tonight, there's a surprise that she doesn't know. And, you know, like earlier in the video, you guys saw that she said it was like the whole trip was an 8 out of 10 on the surprises. The trip itself was a 10 out of 10, right? The trip itself was a 10 out of 10. We had one morning of bad weather and rough water, right? Otherwise, I mean, look at this today. You know, the weather's supposed to turn probably tonight. It's going to start raining for 2 or 3 days. But I mean, who knows? The weather forecast may be right, may be wrong. But I mean, come on, there's no ocean waves. The waters are calm. And so this trip, I'm trying to convince her to join me in a tropical adventure for the next few years, where we can work online, you know, pay for our lifestyle and travel, because we both enjoy the same things. We both enjoy beach, we both enjoy good food, and we both enjoy adventure. And the thing is that I like showing her like snorkeling. I've done it for 25 years, but to see her enjoy it, I'm experiencing it all over again. So,
Hey guys, Sri Lankan Sammy, thanks for joining. I want to take a quick moment and talk to you about the channel. I really appreciate you taking the time to support the channel, clicking like, sharing, and commenting. But I need to ask you for a little bit of help and helping me get the channel up and running a little bit better. Please click the link down below if you want to support the channel and buy me a coconut. What I will do is I will match the dollars and I will go out and buy fresh fruit and vegetables from local farmers on the roadside. You guys have seen me do that before. I'll continue doing that by supporting the local economy. Passively, if you would like to, you can just watch a commercial. I am monetized, so if you watch an ad all the way through, a couple, that would really help the channel. And even more so, click the link of the ad and let it pop up on your computer. Leave it open for a few minutes. That would really help the channel passively. And one last thing, if you could please just put a comment, an emoji, one word saying hello, saying hi, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Holidays, Happy Vesak, Happy Poya, whatever it is, whenever it is, I truly appreciate it. Sri Lankan Sammy, loving you all. We'll see you all on the other side.
what else? I guess, I mean, you said, why did you like traveling with me?
You take care of me.
Yeah.
He takes really good care of me.
Well, I mean,
He's like the best friend you could have.
Yeah, well, you're a good friend. I mean, one of the things I respect about you is that you've never given me a reason to distrust you. You're not like other friends I've had or people who have said they are friends. I keep my circle very small. And the women in my life, whether they be romantic or friends, you know, always disappoint me in one way or another. And you have yet in 6 years to do that. I mean, we have disagreements, right? We have disagreements. She's very carefree. I'm very OCD. So that causes conflicts. But I mean, she understands it and I understand it. So we don't hold grudges.
We work it out.
We work it out. I'm wrong and she's right. Right?
No, he always wants to be right.
I always want to be right, but am I right?
So I just let him be right. You can be right.
There is the perfect relationship where I think I'm right, but she knows I'm wrong, right? And that's the thing. We just get along so well. And there's no... I think what it is there's no stress between us.
Yeah, it's very...
chill. It's very chill because there's no responsibility. There's no commitment. We're just friends. If you want to go off and do your own thing, you did. Sam, I'm going to go for a walk. Fine. Make sure you have money. Make sure you have your phone because, I mean, I worry about her safety because, you know, as you say, I'm the dad.
Yeah.
Right? I'm the dad. I have that thing. And it's always been that way. I mean, I grew up in a different generation where, you know, I'm the man and I have to take care of the woman, even though the woman can take care of herself. But, you know, this is her first real traveling experiences. This is, you know, only the third time she's been on vacation to a tropical island. So she may not be fully cognizant of the dangers that are inherent to traveling. So, and if anything happens to her, you know, heck, I would feel really bad. I'd cry for 2 hours and then move on. No, but, you know, it's not about, you know, misogynistic or anything like that. It's just that I care about you and I want to make sure that you're safe, you know. And same thing for you, right? You wouldn't allow me to jump off of an airplane, would you? You know, or bungee jump or something like that because it's inherently dangerous. So, you know, we get along great because we respect each other's space, I guess. And we both, I think we both enjoy. We truly. Sorry, I let you finish that. I think we both truly enjoy the experience of traveling through each other's eyes. You like seeing what I know about things because you don't know where to go and what to do. And when I find these adventures, you're like, I would have never, I maybe would not have thought of that.
Yeah.
Right? And then because I've done all of these adventures, the transportation part of it, I think is key, right? Like you not being experienced in traveling, you would have like, oh, I would have just gotten on the first bus that was going, and you would have been like, this is an awful ride. But then I book like a private luxury coach, which ensures that the transportation part of the adventure.
Yeah, the whole commuting part of our trips are always so comfortable. Like I've never felt uncomfortable except for that one morning on the mountain.
Well, that was poor planning.
Yeah, but
that was poor planning.
Everything else, like I've never ever felt uncomfortable being with them.
If I had, what I meant is uncomfortable, like the luxury part of it. That's what you mean. You mean that? Like we had a private luxury longtail boat, right? They had cushions and pillows and everything like that. And everybody was staring at us when they set up the blanket on the beach and set up the food, because everybody else is standing around with a plate in their hand, eating from the plate, like a conference. You know, you go to these conferences and they have the buffet, and you have to stand there holding your plate and eating your food with your hand. And it's like stupidness. Not even tables to sit down at. What is crawling on my leg? Anyway, so I wanted to make sure you guys understood the dynamics between us. So we're just friends. But I'm fair to say we're best friends.
We're very good friends.
All right. And looking forward to the next trip. We're already planning the next trip. In 155 days, Lady Sarah and I will be returning to Pattaya, Thailand, for more adventures. So you guys got to stay tuned for that. Coming up in February, I'm going to be staying in Thailand for 2 months. And Lady Sarah is going to be joining me twice. Once at the end of January and once at the end of February. So at the end of January, she's going to think about bringing either her mom or her friend. And then either for the first trip or the second trip. But one of those trips she's going to come by herself, and one of those trips she's going to come with either her mom or her friend. And this time, instead of doing all surprises, I'm going to give her an itinerary of items that we're going to do, right? So you can pick what you'd like to do, and then I'll set that all up, because there are adventures that we can do in Pattaya that we didn't do last time, right? So the same kind of thing, going to islands, going to beaches, going on adventures, no hiking, but definitely going inland. There's some things we can do inland that you like. Do you like water park?
I do.
Oh, you do?
I love water park.
But you don't like swimming pool.
This kind of thing.
Ah, I see.
This I like.
Oh, okay. Do you know how many dead bodies are in the ocean? Human bodies? Do you know how many dead human bodies are in the ocean?
But it's so big.
It's a joke. It's a joke. So anyway, guys, I want to thank you again for joining us on this adventure. Lady Sarah, thank you so much for a spectacular 10 days. There's still 24 hours left, so we're still going to have fun. We're going to try to figure out what to do this afternoon, and we're going to try to figure out something to do tomorrow morning. The problem is tomorrow I think it's going to be raining all day, so I don't want to make plans, but we'll figure something out for your last few hours to ensure that you go home with a huge smile on your face and that you don't forget, okay? The plans tonight I think will ensure that you don't forget this trip. You'll make some lasting memories. Thanks again, guys, for joining. Sri Lankan Sammy, retired with mom and dad, here with who?
The Lady Sarah.
The Lady Sarah. And let's try to convince her to make a joint YouTube channel called Shmera. Right?
No, that's a terrible name.
That's a terrible name? What do you think we should name it? Guys, why don't you comment below on a travel buddy YouTube channel name. Lady Sarah, Sri Lankan Sammy, let's figure out a name. Why don't you guys comment below? Let us know what you think we should. What do you think we should name it? Sarah's pissed off? Sarah's pissed off at Sri Lankan Sammy. how to avoid travel pitfalls with your best friend, right? Anyways, guys, thanks again for joining. Click the link down below, support the channel, and we'll see you all on the other side.